I've got a loose wire. Hopefully it's working. Here we go. I can hear something. Ladies and gentlemen, we are here. Move, the wire comes out in the controller, ladies and gents. Seem to have any control over. Alright, I'm going to try not to move too much then. I'll put the controller to one side. I'll grab the keyboard as we're live with round 3 of the Ultimate Racing League F-Type Series, ladies and gentlemen. Round 3, all deep in this schnizzle. Now, they are probably qualifying as we speak, and it's very likely that is happening, so I'm quite late. We're at Laguna Seca for round 3. We're having the 2 races, remember. Can't quite remember the rules. We'll make it up as we go along. Muhammad Ali is at the top of the table on 68 points. Then Too Fast for Use is in second place on 64 points. Slowpoke is third on 62 points. PY is fourth on 55 points. Biggie is fifth on 45 points. Hodgie is sixth on 41 points. Kian is seventh on 41 points. Firepower is eighth on 36 points. Phaser is ninth on 30 points. 29 points for Nigel in 10th. 11th is Dude Bell Hawkeye on 26 points. 12th is Sid the Sloth on 20 points. 13th is C Brownie on 17 points. 14th is Declan on 12 points. Viking is 15th on 0 points. And Castian is 16th on 0 points. Yes, it's a good Group 3, Group 4 mixed Jaguar F-Type Series, F-Type Series. And yeah, they're doing their qualifying now. We're in the Group 4s, ladies and gentlemen, for this round. And yeah, we're trying. I'm thinking it's something like a 20-minute race and a 40-minute race. Oh, you'd think I'd remember, you wouldn't you? But I do so many races, ladies and gentlemen. Come on. How can a man remember everything? It's my wife's birthday on Monday. I'm barely holding on to that one. Not alone how many laps they do per race. Oh, I found something, ladies and gents. Hold on to your hats. I am going to enlighten you. At the moment, Nigel is on pole with Wayne the Mad D-O-double-G in second place. That's Too Fast for Use, if you was wondering. Yes, here we go then. 10-week season, 1 15-minute race, 1 30-minute race. I believe it's the soft tyres to be used in the first race. The second race, they have to use softs and hards. And the tyres are on times 4, fuel is on times 5 for the endurance, so they will be wanting to get rid of the soft tyre. There is no need for a compulsory amount of laps. They'll probably fancy the hards more than the softs, I imagine, in the second race. So here we are, Laguna Seca. They're doing qualifying. It looks like we're about 5 minutes into qualifying, and they're usually 10-minute qualifying sessions. At the moment, Wayne the Mad D-O-double-G is on top and going faster in the Kit Kat Shag. Then we have Nickelback in second place. And Slowpoke's just put him down a position, ladies and gentlemen, in the Oreo Jaguar. Slowpoke third in the championship, fighting it this season with a chance, with more than half a chance of an opportunity for taking top slot in this race. But Wayne is a hard man to beat, and Muhammad Ali is the championship leader, remember, and he's been doing that through consistency. So Nickelback, I'll have to learn some of their songs, so every time we go to him, he's got like, I know he's like, everybody wants to be a rock star in a new house, and I know the tune, but I don't know the words, man. I would never, ever admit to knowing a Nickelback song. So I'm not embarrassed. I'm not embarrassed whatsoever that I'm sat here struggling to sing a Nickelback. There's one about a picture. Look at this picture I used to own. I know the people in this picture. Or some slop. So they're all putting some times in. Wayne's gone in the pits. He thinks that's unbeatable, ladies and gentlemen. He is sitting in the pit saying, beat that if you can. Slowpoke in second. Nigel back is in third. Declan is in fourth. Declan having a mighty fine go at it. Unfortunately, his livery's not loaded up, and I am fuming. Not at Declan, but at the game. It's been doing it a lot lately. We must be due an update, because a lot of things seem to need fixing. Grahamad, though, we've got his caramel, Tunit's caramel, so that calms me somewhat. He's fifth at the moment around Laguna Seca on a set of soft tyres in the Group 4. It's an Jaguar. Brownie, sixth on the grid. He's having a rest at the side of the road. He's letting the traffic go through so he can have one last bash at that time, but he doesn't want to get in the way of the traffic. And and he's going to bring that marker board with him. I hope no one uses that as a brake marker, because Easy Lemon there has just knocked it off. Phaser carrying a penalty, also another one. I might have to nip out and nip back in before they start racing. It might be me, not them. Delete some cookies, eh? Hodgie's loaded in though, and I like it. The Hodgie monster machine. Shag is going to eat you up. He's eighth fast at the moment. He's crossing the line, but he had an off there. Shall we watch him go round? Shall we? Because I would think Hodgie is up there. Declan goes faster. Declan was already up there, wasn't he? In fourth now. Declan. Dangerous Declan is absolutely laying down the force. Slowpoke still in second. He's coming up to the line. There's a few crossing the line. Firepower goes across the line. Firepower having a very strong race last round. Slowpoke then in second. Declan in fourth. Nigel is Firth of the Firth. Grahamad Ali is fifth, with Brownie in sixth, Phaser in seventh, Firepower up and into eighth ahead of the Hodge. The Hodge making his way round, and he's dragging Nigel back with him. As P. White, Rossi had a good round last round as well, but he's down there paying penalties, ladies and gentlemen, with no livery. Oh, I've got to come out of here. Hawkeye's no livery. Kian, he's got a livery, and Sid the Sloth with no livery. So I have got to do some. Soon as they finish qualifying, ladies and gentlemen, I'll try. What is going on with this thing? A blow. Got any kind of backup controller, but I don't know if it's the controller or the handset. Can you hear me? Coming in loud and clear. Right, I forgot to pick. I shouldn't have picked that. Well, I'm going to have to pick it up and try and do a quick one out of the. It's all going wrong here in the thingamajig TV network, isn't it? Bloody controllers running out of batteries exceedingly quick. The handset's not, the plug not seeming to be very good on the walkie-talkie thing, headset, and no liveries. I am having an absolute mare, ladies and gentlemen. It's Wednesday. So Nigel then is second fastest, going for it. It is the final lap. Has anyone seen the sector? Is he worth sticking around for? He's got a whole host of cars going around behind him. Well, Nigel's gone faster, sorry. He's gone ahead of Slowpoke while I was having my issues. Slowpoke has done for the day. Third is fastest as he's going to get. It looks like Grahamad's still going for it. Nigel is ahead of him on track. Who else we got? Brownie going for it. I think we saw he was saving it for the final lap. Nigel, though, is ahead of all of these guys. Oh, Firepower, nice. Has his livery just suddenly loaded in? Because was he one of the ones that didn't have a livery? That's livery's just come in as well. So maybe we won't have to have a dip. Maybe the liveries have just slowly loaded in. So Nigel is going to cross the line first. Nigel back. And he's gone and ruined it for himself, hasn't he, ladies and gentlemen? So Nigel, I don't think he's going to go any faster here. You never know. No. Slowpoke's done. Grahamad Ali's pulled over. Declan crosses the line and doesn't go any faster. Brownie's on his way. Phaser's going to cross the line. Does he go faster? No. And Hodgie is done. So Phaser, no, it was Brownie we're watching for. So Brownie coming up towards the line. Oh, they're all struggling in that final corner. Ladies and gents, it is a killer of a corner as Brownie then crossing the line. And he does not go faster, so it is the Mad Dio Double G that starts in front of the rest of the field, followed very closely by Niggleback. I probably only need a reminder. I just need a reminder of what they sound like. Where's Spotify? Oh no, I don't want, no, I don't want that. I don't want Spotify being sullied with that. I don't want DJ X to start saying, hey Ryan, here's some tunes we think you might like. Here's Niggleback. In the chat, Ethan saying, Ayo thingy, why hello Bloom Apex. And Ethan saying, hopefully soon I'll be in a race. It's been too long, my friend. I thought I saw you leave the messaging room and thought, oh no, is he not racing this season? I would love to see the Apex Bloom back on track, giving it big, large gahonas. So they're qualifying then. Wayne's on the pole, Niggle in second, Slowpoke is in third. Slowpoke doing a great job there. Muhammad Ali, championship leader, fourth. Declan hasn't got a livery, we'll try and work that out. Brownie in sixth, Phaser also without a livery in seventh. Did he have one just now? Oh, Firepower is eighth. Ninth is Hodgie in ninth. P. White, another monster, in 10th. And that's it now. Let me see. Let me see, ladies and gentlemen, if I can just... Oh, you want to see the results, though, don't you? Quick one on the results. Wayne, ahead of Niggle, ahead of Slowpoke, Muhammad Ali, Declan, Brownie, Phaser, Firepower, Hodgie, White, Rossi, Hawkeye, Kian, and Sid the Sloth. Maybe if I try and do that from in here, maybe I can delete my cookies inside the lobby and I won't have to leave the lobby. They're going to change the lobby settings or whatever. So, look, they're all loaded there. What an arse. I'm telling you, Polybaloney have been extraordinarily asshat lately, it has to be said. I'm going to risk it, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to stick with it. If they haven't loaded in, they're loaded in there. They are there. They're in the cache. So they're in the cookie jar. So, yeah, if they don't load in, then we'll come out between the two races. We've got a 15-minute race and then a 30-minute race to look forward to here for round 3. I'm scared to put my controller down in case I disconnect my headphones. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are a go. Let's get ourselves set and ready to go. I said set, ready, and go, all in that same sentence, but in a different order. How clever. So, Wayne, the Mad Dio Double G, is on top step at the moment, with Niggleback having a look. And it's a long run down to that first corner. Niggleback, bit slow off the start. Oh, my word. And Wayne just disappears in the distance as Slowpoke tries to go around Niggle, as Muhammad Ali is forcing his way through the pair of them, but Niggle might be safe here on to the apex, bouncing over the curb, having a little door-to-door with the Muhammad Ali, but Muhammad Ali is ahead of him. How? No, that is Muhammad Ali, sorry, was having a door-to-door with Niggle, sorry. Declan then in third, and Declan is looking to make a move up the inside. He hasn't loaded in, bugger. Slowpoke then in fourth place, with Brownie in fifth. Then we've got Niggle with a penalty, ladies and gentlemen. And then he's got Firepower having a sniff up and around his dearie reary air. And Hodgie in eighth. You can't see through the dust of the desert, California, yay. And someone is going wild. Is that the Hodge? Oh, Hodge is already off the road somehow. Oh, my word. And that was Phaser, I believe. Oh, I need some bloody liveries. That was Phaser, I'm afraid, and I don't know if him and Hodgie had a coming together. I've left it too late to press the replay button, and they probably didn't want you to see that anyway. So Sid the Sloth then, and it's going to be a safety car situation. Now, they should call a safety car. It is on lap 1. Declan's in the lead somehow. Who was in the lead? Muhammad Ali? He slipped right down the order there. And I'm just wondering if they're in the safety car. Which, well, it doesn't look like there's any kind of safety there. I think Slowpoke is under. No, he's flooring it as well. No safety car. I'm just getting excitable. So Nigel with Firepower and Rossi all up and about his business. And I was just going to say, if it was safety car, I was going to nip out and nip back in again to see if those liveries would load up. It annoys me, ladies and gentlemen. People go to a lot of effort to either download a livery or to make a nice looking one. And it's a shame it's not on display. So Wayne, the Mad D-O-double-G, who was the man in the front, somehow ended up down in 8th amongst all of that mess at the front. Was it Wayne that was slow off the start? I thought he had a good start. P. White, though, doing a super job at the moment in his monster Jaguar. Closing in. Oh, someone else is off. Brownie's off as well, ladies and gentlemen. That corner is proving to be a rather tricky corner. Where is he? Brownie, he hasn't lost any positions yet. There's some people, oh yeah, because it looks like Sid the Sloth's had an off. Phaser and Hodgie all having their own nightmares. So PY, not a huge, Brown here, sorry, not a huge drop for him because the people behind him are having bigger nightmares than he's having. Hawkeye then in 10th place with Kian in 9th. P. White in 8th. Wayne is in 7th, trying to make his way through with Biggie Rossi in 6th. Firepower having a cracker up to 5th at the moment. And qualifying doesn't show his hand, ladies and gentlemen. Likes to wait for the race to really prove what he's got. Prove his mettle, ladies and gentlemen. At the moment, though, Rossi's going for a big move. Big move. It leaves him on the outside. Firepower had a little think about going up the inside of him then, didn't he? Where's my... I don't even get an internal car view. Oh, yeah, that one. I'm losing it, ladies and gents. I'm going mad. So, Firepower on board with Firepower. As we chase down Rossi. And Muhammad Ali sitting in 4th, a little further back from Nickelback. Hey. And Slowpoke up into 2nd, chasing down Dangerous Declan. Absolutely landed. He warned them in the messenger. Fires were shot in the messenger group, ladies and gents. He said, beware, I am coming. Cometh the day, cometh the Declan, was the word spoken. And he was not lying, ladies and gentlemen. A little cough on nothing. Just there in my own little world. And then suddenly I got attacked by a cough. Age, ladies and gentlemen, that's what age does to you. So, Wayne, the Mad D-O-double-G, is pulling a move on the Firepower. I noticed him in the rearview mirrors, and he's waiting for the straight, pulled up alongside Firepower, and he has hit him hard, ladies and gentlemen. Wayne up and into 6th place, and on the hunt for a Rossi, who's a second ahead of him. We're 5 minutes into this 15-minute race already. And everything's going well. Look at Declan go, ladies and gentlemen. It looks like Declan may be an unbeatable force here today. But Slowpoke is going to give it a darn good go. Slowpoke's got the fastest lap of the race so far. Nickelback is 3rd, chasing him down with Muhammad Ali in 4th. Stings like a butterfly, punches like a bee, dances like a bee, flutters like a bee. I can't remember. What does he say? What did he say? Light as a butterfly, sting like a bee? I can't remember. But Muhammad Ali does it. Rossi is chasing him down. Rossi a 1:30.9 last time around. Muhammad Ali a 30.4. No way, Joe. You ain't getting nowhere close. Muhammad Ali is you covered off. You've got to worry about. Oh, Wayne the Mad D-O-double-G coming in hot, ladies and gentlemen. Hot with a double T. H-O-T-T-O-G-O. Look at Mad Dog go. I'm going to sit back and just enjoy the view, ladies and gentlemen. In fact, shall we get in the passenger seat? Oh yeah, look at that. I tell you, we did this for the Sunday race and we found some very interesting. I'm going to have a sideshow of the fashions of URL. I'm going to jump in all the cockpits and we're going to check out the the where, because I jumped in with Brian the Monk Arnie, and he's made his race uniform, his race overall, look like plaid shirt and jeans, and I was mightily impressed. I couldn't get over it. I kept going back to have another look. Whoas! And Rossi made it very easy for the Mad DOGG there. No effort whatsoever. He just had to drive past him. Great stuff there from Waney, but unfortunate for the Rossmeister. He would have been pushing like a billy goat, ladies and gentlemen. When you get them on the edge of the cliff, they push. So Rossi, he would have been pushing like a madman to try and stay ahead of the Waney Mad DOGG, and it has cost him. It's cost him, ladies and gentlemen. That's what it is, driving on the edge. That's what it looks like. Declan at the moment, 1 second ahead of the Poke, and I think the Poke is starting to reel him in. 130.4. Declan 130.4. He's doing just fine. 30.9. Slowpoke 30.2. Little bit not so fine, but Declan's all right. He's got it covered. He said it in the messenger. He fired shots, ladies and gents. He has this. You can bet your house on it. You have a thingamajig guarantee, because I heard from Declan himself in the messenger. He is back, baby. Watch. I could quote you. I'm going to quote you. I'm going to quote him. I am going to quote him, because I don't want to be misconstrued here when I tell you that Declan is going to win this race, because he said it. I've gone up a lot to try and find the rules, so I've got to go back down again. What goes up must come down. Where is it? I will tell you. I will tell you where it is. There's a lot of talk about pedals. Oh, dear me. He said it. He said it. He definitely said it. Now there's a lot of internet talk. He definitely said something, ladies and gents. I'm back, bitches. Race day, baby. Oh no, Declan, what are you doing? I didn't even see that. I think these guys saw it, but I didn't. So I want to see it again. I don't believe it with my own very eyes. Oh, that's that corner. I just saw C Brownie. Oh no, that's the old one from when C Brownie had an off, ladies and gents. My gosh. So Declan. Big bad one for Declan there, down in 11th. Slowpoke then takes the lead, but Nickelback is on his case. He's on his case, ladies and gentlemen. Isn't it ironic, when I was reading out his quote, that he had a spin? Sorry, Deck. Muhammad Ali up to third, the championship leader, and Waney the Mad DOGG in fourth. Rossi is in fifth place with Firepower in sixth, being chased by PY, and we know PY is no slouch, ladies and gents. Kian is in eighth, ahead of the Brownie. The Brownie we saw having an off, so he's had a real good comeback there. Hawkeye in 10th, keeping in contact. Oh, Hawkeye's wrestling the Jaguar there, and Declan coming back in this race. He must be absolutely going mental in that car right now. He must be screaming blue bloody murder. Phaser in 12th, the Hodge in 13th, and he's got himself ahead of Sid the Sloth. So Slowpoke putting up a fight. I think, what was he, second, third in the championship? And I foresaw at the beginning of this, I said he is in with a chance this season. He could be throwing his hat in the ring. We are 10.5 minutes into this race. We've got 5 minutes, or 4.5 minutes to go. And but Niggle is there. Niggleback is closing in pretty darned swift. Used to be an old man. I don't want it on my Spotify, but I really need to be able to do something. YouTube, but please don't keep telling me to watch Niggleback, because I don't want to look at them. Is it done with a K? They wouldn't be so pretentious, surely. No, they're not. Oh, and I spelled it different. Yeah, they're asses. Oh yeah, how you remind me, that's it. What's it go like? Oh, we've got an advert. You'll never get adverts here. Well, you might do, if they're going to pay me. So, Niggleback closing in on Slowpoke. Come on, advert, jump. I need to know how it starts. I might even play it for if he makes the overtake. Just keep it on pause, waiting for every overtake. Yes, awful. So Niggleback then going for a move, never made it as a wise man. Slowpoke then leads the way, and the Muhammad Ali all up and in his rear derriere. I am so sorry for my anyone viewing this who had to endure the 30 seconds of Nickelback. I do apologise. That's just cruel. That's like Nazi level torture. That is like Third Reich stuff. I am so sorry. So Slowpoke then half a second ahead of the Niggle, and Muhammad Ali in third, with Wayne the Mad Dio Double G in fourth, with Firepower in fifth. PY is in sixth place, with Rossi in seventh. Then we have the Brownie in eighth, ahead of Kian in ninth. Kian's picked himself up a penalty though, and he's a second and a half away from the Brownmeister. The Brownmeister though won 31.3 last time around. Kian have won 31.8, so he's going to struggle to catch up with the Brownie, especially with that half a second penalty he's carrying. 10th for Declan. Declan's made a position up. How now, Brown Cow? Has he done that? Phaser, Hawkeye, Hodgie, Sid the Sloth. Who was he behind then? Ooh, Sid the Sloth having a bit of an off. Who was he behind? He was 11th. We haven't lost someone, have we? Is someone upset? I can't remember how many we had in the room before we started. Slowpoke leads, with Niggleback all up and in his rear derriere, and Niggleback really starting to push on the boundaries there. Slowpoke having to deal with it. Deal with the pressure. Psychosomatic Anakin Sane. Breathe with me. So Niggleback, I'm trying to balance it now by slipping in prodigy lines. Muhammad Ali, he's the fire starter, the wicked fire starter. I have taste, honestly. I like Taylor Swift though, so maybe I don't have taste. Niggleback's going for the move, ladies and gentlemen, but Slowpoke, he's a wily old coyote, ladies and gentlemen. He knows how to fend them off. He says all day, Niggleback, you can send them one. Never used to be a wise man. Never used to something. I listened to it 2 seconds ago. It was instantly forgettable, just like X Factor. She used to make me watch X Factor, and I could instantly forget the song they sang seconds after they sung it. Brilliant. It's a superpower. At the time, it was a superpower I needed. Slowpoke then leads the way, with Niggleback in second, Muhammad Ali in third. The waning Mad Dio Double G is in fourth, and he just can't close in on that podium battle, which is hot to go, ladies and gentlemen. Firepower in fifth. He's 10 seconds behind Waney, but he's only half a second ahead of the PY. PY is closing in, and he means a busyness. Rossi only 2.5 seconds behind them, and he's 2 seconds ahead of Brownie. Declan trying to get close. Declan's gone up again. How do we keep... Oh, Kian, ladies and gentlemen. Kian's dropped like a brick. And then we have Hawkeye in 12th, the Hodge in 13th. Hodge, he was such a big player in the BTCC, and he just hasn't seemed to shine yet so far in this season. And Sid the Sloth trying to find his way. His sat-nav has pointed him in the wrong direction. Niggle looked like he went a little wide there, and it's the end. Slowpoke takes the win. Niggleback in second, and Muhammad Ali rounds out your podium with the Mad Dio Double G coming in fourth. Firepower looks like he's got fifth, absolutely stamped out, and PY, although he was closing in, just cannot seal that deal as Firepower crosses the line in fifth and PY in sixth. Rossi ends in seventh, with the Brownie in eighth. Declan comes home in ninth spot, with the Phaser in 10th. He'll not be happy with that, but I think he's having brake issues at the moment with his wheel. Kian at the end dropping huge positions and coming home in 11th. The Hawkeye coming home in a respectable 12th there, ahead of the championship contender last season, Hodgie. And Sid the Sloth, he had an absolute nightmare, ladies and gentlemen, but he continues on, and that is why we all love the Sid the Sloth. We are all fans of him. He just stays with it, ladies and gentlemen. Me, I have a big tantrum. I throw all my toys out the pram and I scream blue bloody murder. But Sid the Sloth, he takes it in his stride. He's cool beans, you know. You win some, you lose some. That's Sid the Sloth's motto. Just take it as it comes, guy. Why are you so stressed? And there you go, Sid the Sloth then in 14th. Right, we are going to try and jump out. We're going to try and jump out. The replay. Right, we're going to try and grab the replay and then jump out. I'm not even going to do the blooming... Oh, there we go. He's got a Sid the Sloth on his... Slow poke. I suppose that's a slow poke, maybe. Right, we're going to save that replay for thumbnail issues. Then we are going to try and dip. Oh, 15 of 16. So we're going to dip and try and load in some of these blooming liveries we're not seeing. Because they've got beautiful liveries, ladies and gents. Trust me when I say they are cracking. Declan's especially. He's got the Doritos one. So, yeah, we're going to dip. And then we're going to try and get back in. And hopefully, the liveries will load in for the next race. So, you watch, 100 people will jump in that room now. And I won't be able to get back in it. There we go. Oh, no. What's that? URL League 2, Round 1. Sardegna. That's weird. I don't know what that is. That's a blast from Sunday evening, maybe. URL Saturday practice. What are you all doing? OTH. Where are they? I've lost them. League. Oh no, I've lost them all together, ladies and gents. No, he's there. It's Jag practice. Sorry. It was right there, right in front of my very eyes. Age, ladies and gentlemen. It's a disease. There's no way of stopping it. It just keeps happening.
Sardinia race is the one I was in.
Shocking. So let us hope, ladies and gentlemen, in some way that we've loaded in the liveries now, because I need my liveries, you know. So annoyed, Declan says in the chat. I can well imagine, my friend. I can well imagine. Now, Brownie doesn't need those medium tyres whatsoever. He wants to get rid of those and throw them in the bin, because there is no need for mediums here. I've put my sunglasses on, ladies, trying to read the chat. Age. Vodkrov saying that Sardegna race was the one I was in. What, tonight? I mean, yeah, it was Sunday night, wasn't it, Sardegna? Oh, my word, I'm losing my mind. I'm down in my hot brew. Yeah, tonight. Ah, so they had a race at Sardinia tonight, or practice, one or the other. League 2. What are you? What, Tuesday? Wednesday night, League 2? I'm in League 2. Oh, Vodka Rob, you're twisting my melon, man. You're speaking so hip, dude. You're twisting my melon, man. Call the cops. Sunday? Yeah, your league. Oh, yeah, League 2. Yeah, but he had a practice room open tonight doing Sardegna, and it's like 2 days too late because we've done it. Maybe he's a week behind. I don't know. Don't worry. It was one of the other rooms. Oh. What are you having for dinner, Vodka Rob? Oh, right, I see. Yeah, we got our wires confused. It's because I saw a room of practice of Sardegna and said it's a bit late. And then you went, that's what I was in. And then I was like, what, tonight? I thought it was a replay. No, sorry, man. It was, it's Harry Poppins has got a room open with Sardegna. So I don't know what he's practicing. Maybe he didn't feel like he went fast enough and he's trying to get some more laps in. So Brownie's out on the track. I can't see any. Oh, there's the Mad Dio double G's. That's Hodgie going out, and so his livery's all right. Who else is livery? That looks good. That looks like someone's livery ahead that we didn't see before. Don't forget, ladies, it's getting warm. Do you know what? I've got a little moisture on my brow, and you know what that means? It's time to call the air conditioning guys, and the only guys really suitable for your air conditioning needs to cool your boots is Eldridge Air Conditioning. Now, I'm telling you now, actively don't bother with Dubby. It's pivotal. We don't use Dubby round here. We don't talk about Dubby, but we're really on board with Eldridge Air Conditioning, so get yourself a unit. If you've got a rig, you should really have an EAC above it. If you haven't got an EAC in and around your rig, then you have not got a rig yet. You've got half a rig. So if you... Oh, don't tell me they're racing, because I'm just sat here chatting. Phew. I was filling gaps, and then suddenly thought, hang on a minute, how long have I been filling for? Because they may be racing. Right, it's a 30-minute race, this next one, ladies and gentlemen. They've got to use the hard tyre and the soft. And Vodka Rob saying starting to be fan weather, especially when you're racing. No, EAC. To the white fan. Death to the plastic white fan. All that's doing is shifting hot air around. You need to get yourself a nice EAC unit. Get in touch with Eldridge today. And Sid the Sloth is in the chat. Well, hello, Sid the Sloth. I told him that your sat-nav had gone wrong. It kept putting you in the wrong direction. So, Kian, these are all liveries I've seen. Gosh, come on, someone who I haven't seen. Now what's that? Does that look like the Doritos one? That looks like Declan's. Yes, we might have Declan's. Colesberg. Someone's in a Colesberg one. We've got that. Oh, it was the alcohol, wasn't it, for Phaser? That might be Phaser. And there's I reckon we've got the liveries now, ladies and gentlemen. It looks like we may have all liveries downloaded. Bloody thing. Vodka Rob saying, aircon would be great. And Nathan said, car is possessed. Christine, you should call it Christine. You're probably way too young, I don't know. Christine's a film from God. Now, before my time, because it's the 70s, so it's not like, I grew up with Christine. It's one of them I watched when I was quite young, but I shouldn't have watched because it was a horror and you're not really meant to watch them. But good old Channel 4 used to put all the good horrors on a Friday night so you could get to watch them, even if you were underage. And Christine was one of them. So, there is a minimum, ladies and gentlemen. I thought with the tyre wear being up to ×4, there would not need to be a minimum, but they're saying minimum 3 laps before pit. So, I suppose they can't just go in with the softs and put hards on for the rest of the race. So they've got to race at least 3 laps. That makes sense, actually, in all fairness. So, Vodka Rob saying it might have to be dirty kebab, chips and cheese, pancake for pudding. Oh, yeah. See, you're going to hate me. You're going to hate me, Vodka Rob, because I go for the mint and garlic sauce on a kebab. I'm too weak for the chili. It's, all salad except for the weird chili things. And mint and garlic sauce or whatever it is it's called. So Sid the Sloth is on pole position. Ladies and gentlemen, brace yourself. We are in for 30 minutes of high adrenaline action around Laguna Seca. The lights, where are they? I can't see them. They're behind the sign. I can hear them, but we can't see them. And it's a go here, ladies and gentlemen. Sid the Sloth off to an absolute cracking start as the rest of the field spread wide. And Hodgie goes for the lead in early doors. And Hodgie grabs it away from Sid the Sloth. Sid the Sloth in an awesome looking Colesberg Jag ahead of Kian in the sub, and Kian gets the move done on Sid the Sloth. So Kian now up and into second place with the Hodge in the lead, and then we have Declan in fourth with Brownie in fifth. Brownie's going for the move as Declan put a wheel onto the kitty litter, and now Brownie is up, ladies and gentlemen. Brownie going for gold. Declan slips down to fourth. We got like 4 or 5 cars wide here as the headlights stun us like rabbits in the headlight. We're stuck in the middle of the road. We're going to end up as a pink mist with these Jaguars coming through. Hodgie then in the lead with Kian in second. We got Sid the Sloth in third under pressure from the Brownie, and then Declan is there, and we know Declan has the speed, the pace and the form as these two are fighting as Sid and Brownie duke it out. I thought Declan was going to go for a move there. He's going to grab Sid though, because Sid went a little wide there, and now Declan up to fourth. Phaser coming in strong in fifth place with the Waney Mad Dio Double G in sixth. Muhammad Ali in seventh. Biggie Rossi is in eighth. He was the Johnny Walker. I knew he had a good one. Slowpoke in ninth, having to make his way through the pack. Niggle at the back. Never made it as a wise man. Sid the Sloth in 11th with P. White in. No, P. White's just made the move on Sid of the Sloth. And P. White now up to 11th. Rossi making some movements. There's some movement in the middle of the field. I'm seeing Travelage. Mad Dio Double G going for a move on the Phaser, and Mad Dog up to 5th, chasing down the Brownie, who's got Declan ahead of him now. Declan, he's got the pace today here at Laguna Seca. He said, I'm back, bitches. Race day. Wayne the Mad Dio Double G looking for a way through. Phaser in 6th. We got Rossi, the BIG, in 7th, and then Slowpoke in 8th. PY in 9th. Sid the Sloth in 10th. Muhammad Ali in 11th. Firepower in 12th. But Hawkeye is having a look at the Firepower. On board with Hawkeye. Hodgie leads from Kian. Declan slipping down to 3rd. I know there's battleage up there, but there's battleage down here. There's battleage everywhere. And we want to see all the dog fights, ladies and gentlemen. Niggle is at the back. Oh, Hawkeye having a look up the outside of Firepower in the the chicane, the corkscrew, as they like to call it. And Niggle then, oh, what befell Niggle, ladies and gentlemen? That is not where he wants to be. Hawkeye, someone kicked up some dust. Must have been, no, Hawkeye and Firepower still duking it out. It looks like Hawkeye may have lifted off for Firepower there. Niggle still cannot find his way through. I've not even looked at the tyres. Hodgie's on the hards in the lead. Kian on the softs. He's just taking the lead, but he cannot get it from the Hodge. And Declan following through. He is also on the softs. This is the 3rd lap. They said 3 laps. Ooh, Hodgie and Declan may have had a little contact there. Declan just desperate to get past the Hodge, and the Hodge is making that shag as wide as he possibly can. Then we got Brownie, he's on the hard tyre, ahead of Wayne the Mad Dio Double G on hard tyres. Then we got Phaser on the hard tyre. Rossi is on hard tyres. P White's on hard tyres. Slowpoke is on the softs. He's on the, up to 9th now. Muhammad Ali is on the hard tyre with Niggle on soft tyres. Sid the Sloth on the hard tyres. Firepower is on the softs, and Hawkeye is on the Hawkeye. We must have just missed something with Hawkeye. He's ended up quite a bit back. So Declan leads, ladies and gentlemen, on those soft tyres. He's got his way past the Hodge Meister, and he aims to make up as much ground as possible away from the Hodgie before the pit stops come into play, before he has to go and put those hard tyres on. And Hodgie obviously saving the softs till the end of the race so he can come back and have the attack. Kian, really, he needs to get past the hard-tired Hodgie right now. So, in the chat, we have Vodkarov saying, or if you're posh, crepe for dessert. I can't even say crepe. It's crepe, innit? Crepe. Vodkarov saying, garlic mayo I have. Good man, you're in the same boat as me. Vodkarov saying, there used to be a great kebab house in Derby, where when I lived there, and their chili sauce was amazing. It wasn't the stuff in a tub, it was proper cooked sauce. And Vodkarov saying, and it was quite mild as well, because I'm like you, nothing too spicy. And Digital Blasphemy saying, oi oi thingy, this looks fun. Always, my friend, always fun. I'm always looking for the best racing out there. I strive to find in the darker corners of the internet some good sim racing. Declan's bolted right now. Hodgie is under threat from Kian. Kian is looking fruity and juicy all up in the rear derriere of the Hodge Meister. The Brownie is going for a detour, ladies and gentlemen, and that gives Wayne the Mad Dio Double G a huge opportunity to move up and ahead of the Brown Meister. And then Phaser is closing in. He's on the hard tyres. So is the Brownie, and so is Wayne. Kian on them softs, trying to crack onto the Hodge Meister, but the Hodge Meister's jag is just too wide for him to deal with. Brownie then in 5th, Phaser in 6th. We got Rossi going big, ladies and gentlemen, and Wayne, he's pulled the trigger. He's going in. He's not. What? 6 minutes. He's going to make softs last 24 minutes. All right, I'm here for this. We're 5 laps in, 6 minutes, and well, yeah, they're using their tyres up. So Wayne going for a very dicey move. I believe he's done this before as well, hasn't he? I'm sure I remember he's pitted early and put on a tyre that shouldn't have lasted, and then he's had to look after it. Carbon in the chat's giving us a wave. Hope you're feeling better, my brethren. Vodkarov saying Firepower was in League 2 with me on Sunday. but he's dropping to League 5 because he was at the back most weeks and not enjoying it. He's doing fine in this, though. He had a cracker in the first race. He had a cracker last round, so I had some battles with him, though, at times. So it must be the car, because he's all over the shag. The shag suits him. Look at him. He's in 11th for the moment, but I mean, I think he was in the podium battle last round, and he finished 5th in the first race. So, but the soft tyre's not looking too hot for Firepower at the moment, and our man, the Mad Dio Double G, has gone for those softs till the end. All right then, ladies, place your monies. When are those tyres going to die? At 25 minutes or 20 minutes? We'll see. Declan then, he's only at 7.5 minutes and he's almost killed his front right tyre. It's not slowing him down though, so it's all good. So Declan at the moment cracking on with the Hodgie in second place with those hard tyres, taking them deep, ladies and gentlemen, taking them all deep into this place. And Kian then in third. The Brownmeister is in fourth with Phaser closing in. Phaser at 33.3, but Slowpoke, look at Slowpoke go. He's not a Slowpoke. I heard a song the other day, some Aussie song going, he's on a slow-mo. He's going a slow-mo. He's on a slow-mo. But there's no slow-mo where Slowpoke's involved. So Slowpoke going for the move on Phaser, and it's Phaser that's on a slow-mo. No, he's not. He's side-by-side action, ladies and gentlemen, is what's happening. But Slowpoke does go through, but Phaser is on the hard. Now, what's going on? Niggle. Niggle's back. He's back, ladies and gentlemen. He was at the back. And now Niggle is up and into 6th place, just moving ahead of Phaser on those hard tyres. P. White is in 8th place with Muhammad Ali in 9th. Firepower in 10th with Sid the Sloth in 11th. Wayne the Mad Dio Double G is in 12th after his pit stop to the soft tyre. Rossi also making a similar pit stop to the... Maybe it's going to get darker and colder, so they're feeling comfortable that the tyre will last. That's interesting, ladies and gentlemen. Maybe the pit stop's not that long. Oh, I don't know, 30-odd seconds. They think they can make a double stop on the soft tyre and it's still faster than the hards. We will see. And Hawkeye is on his way around. Has he changed his? I think he was on the soft and went to the hards. So Declan at the moment absolutely abusing his tyres. Not even 10 minutes in, and he will be wanting those hard tyres pretty soon. There is tyre abuse, ladies and gentlemen. Call someone. Call Tyre Line. There must be one. Hodgie under threat from Kian, as he has been throughout the race, but Hodgie has taken it in his stride and has dealt with it quite easily from the Subway Jaguar driver. Brownie on those hard tyres, keeping pace with the guys ahead. This is looking very good for the Brown. And Niggle then is up to 5th ahead of the Slowpoke. Niggle's absolutely on the hunt, ladies and gentlemen, and pushing hard. He used to be a wise man. Or is it he never was a wise man? I think we need to know. Oh, he never made it as a wise man. And he couldn't cut it as a poor man. And a blind man. Yes. Niggle back then in 5th place. Declan's into the pits, ladies and gentlemen. When did Declan take the lead? Oh, ages ago. Yeah, we forgot he was out there. He was so far ahead. So Declan's gone in to change those tyres. He has pretty much destroyed that front right tyre. Hodgie then is leading the way with Kian in 3rd. I am so sorry. I am so sorry you had to deal with that abuse out there. Brownie, Niggle never made it as a wise man. Never made it as a poor man stealing. Never made it. Oh, so instantly forgettable, isn't it? It's so amazing how they could write a song so instantly forgettable. 2 lines. I only listened to it 10 seconds ago and it's gone already. It's just something about a wise man and blind. He had something about a blind man. He couldn't cut it as a blind man. So Hodgie then leads. Sorry, there's going to be a Nickelback fan out there being raging inside, saying, "How dare you speak about Nickelback like that? They are such an extreme band. They are just really a misunderstood. They are one of the toughest rock bands in that's yeah. I'm sure they are. I'm sure they are so rock and roll. They smash up hotel rooms all the time. So Nickelback, it's you, Niggle. That's your fault. You've triggered me." Don't trigger me. Don't mention Foo Fighters. You get me started on that. I'd rather have Nickelback than Foo Fighters. I'm going to explode here. Hodgie then in the lead with Brownie in second. That happened. Oh, poor Brownie, man alive. That's just not what you're looking for, is it? That's not what you're looking for in your racing. That came from nothing as well. Just nothing. Absolutely nothing. That's a killer, ladies and gentlemen. Hodgie then is out there in the lead with the Niggle in. Oh, someone's in the pits. Someone is in the pits. I've lost track of this race, I've got to admit. Slowpoke up to third with Phaser now. He's got a penalty behind Phaser. Someone's slow. Is there someone getting lapped? It might be someone getting lapped. Is it Hawkeye? Yeah, Hawkeye getting out of the way after his pit stop. So he's pitted to put some softs on. I still don't think. How's Wayne getting on with his softs? He did this last time, though, ladies and gents. He made them last. He made them last, even though I'm like, oh, he's never going to get those to last to the end. And I'm sure he did it last round. It wasn't last round because it was wet. But it was one of the other rounds. He put some softs on really early, and I said, they're going to run out. They're Group 4 ones, this is. Group 3 was late. It's a mix. They do Group 3 one week, Group 4 the next. We're on the Group 4s at the moment. And Bob Prop saying, yeah, I think he's similar to me, where he's got good tracks and bad ones. That's firepower he's talking about. And Vodka Rob saying, is this the Group 3 Jag? And then he said, oh, right, because I said it's the Group 4s this week. It was the Group 3s last week. Where were we? Flamans? I can't remember. Hodgie, so I'm instantly forgettable. See, I'm no better than Niggleback. Slowpoke into the pits. Slowpoke is into the pits. Niggle has stayed out with his tyres. Phaser paying a penalty, and he's going to lose his position to Grahamad Ali. I haven't even noticed Grahamad Ali in this race. He's been keeping it quiet, hasn't he? Keeping it on the low key, ladies and gentlemen, on the DL. So Grahamad Ali now up and into third. Phaser in fourth. P. White is up and into fifth with Brownie after his spin in sixth. Waney up and into seventh. He has used both compounds, as has Slowpoke. Well, Slowpoke's in, and Declan, I'm sure, has used. He was leading, don't forget. He was leading. He's behind the Waney. So if Waney can keep his tyres in, then he's bound to win, isn't he? He's bound to win if he can keep those tyres in, and poor old Declan is on those hard tyres, but so is the Slowpoke. Rossi is on a set of soft tyres, but it's debatable if he's going to make them last to the end. Slowpoke's gone on to some hard tyres. Now Slowpoke, he was up and about in that fight as well, wasn't he? Hodgie is going to be coming in. That is the battle that Declan is waiting for. Declan so far 32.7 on them hard tyres. He's got a bit more fuel, 32.9. It's not bad. It's not bad. It's close stuff between the Hodgie and Declan on those hard tyres out there. Niggle still on the softs. Never made it as a wise man. Grahamad Ali is in third with the Phaser in fourth. Phaser, whoa, Niggle's going in. Niggleback is in the pits. I need a sip. This race has been lively, ladies and gentlemen. Hot wire. Hodgie leads the way with Grahamad Ali in second, some 9 seconds adrift. Phaser now up and into third. These guys have not pitted for the soft tyre, nor has the Brown Meister. P. White also on the tyres he originally started. Niggle into the pits, then Waney going up. And Waney's half worn his front tyre, and he's still got 14 minutes to go. He's been on those tyres. Oh, God, I've got to do math. I think 6 minutes. No, he didn't pit. He did. He pitted about 10 minutes in, didn't he? So, or even less, maybe. 22, yeah. Waney, I mean, he's going to do it, isn't he? I say, oh, he's going to struggle. So Rossi then, he's on those softs, and I think he's pitted. He pitted at the same time as Waney, didn't he? So this is for position against the Declan. They have both used both compounds of tyres, but Rossi, debatable if they're going to get to the end. We have still got a good 12 minutes, maybe more. 13, 12. It's going to hit 17 in a minute. That's 13 then, isn't it? What a dip. So Rossi closing in on the deck. The Declan, remember, dangerous Declan. And Muhammad Ali into the pits now, ladies and gentlemen. He's coming in for the softs. They're not too scared of the softs, are they? And Vodkov saying, oh, right, yeah, it was Le Mans, I think. And that livery of Muhammad Ali, I absolutely love those caramel wafers. I spoke about them in depth in one of the earlier rounds about that is my favourite just before going to bed little meal if we've got them. And I also say that the kids can trap you quite easily by folding up the packet again to make it look exactly like it was with the actual chocolate inside. So when you pick it up, it's light and there's nothing in there and you feel shortchanged. Fazer then in second ahead of the Brownie. Brownie giving it big guns behind Fazer. PY in fourth. Then we've got Waney who has pitted, but it's debatable whether or not those tyres will make it to the end. Declan, who was leading this race on soft tyres until he pitted. I think he pitted at 10 minutes. So, and he's being caught by Rossi, who pitted at the same time as Waney. So it's debatable whether or not his tyre will last throughout the race. Then we've got Niggleback in eighth. He's come out ahead of Slowpoke. These two are racing each other on track. And Niggleback is ahead of the Poke. Then Muhammad Ali onto the softs, ladies and gentlemen. He's going to ask a lot from them softs. But, I mean, I'm starting to believe they could last now, not from lap 3. Kian in 11th. Hodgie's in. Hodgie is in. It's Declan we got to watch. Declan is the man who has paced himself up against him. Brownie also goes in and Fazer takes the lead of the race as we watch Declan come around. Declan was leading this race quite healthily on the soft tyres. Now remember, he's on the hard tyre and Hodgie's going to come out on a set of brand new spanking fresh set of soft tyres. Grippy much. And yeah, Declan's going to struggle. Declan's going to struggle for show. For show. I'm sure he's going to get ahead of the Hodge because he did pull out quite a lead before his pit stop. But the Hodgemeister, the Hodgemeister is going to be on a set of softs. He's got to go all the way around that corner yet. Let's not get too carried away. Declan also has got to make his way around that corner, but Declan definitely going to be ahead of the Hodge. But the Hodge is on a set of soft tyres and he's going to be aiming to misbehave pretty darn soon. Goddamn soon. Fazer leads this race. How long until it's safe to put the soft tyres on? We're nearly at minute 20 of 30, ladies and gentlemen. PY and Fazer both staying out later than the rest of the field. Waney has still got 10 minutes to use on those soft tyres. Can they last? Declan in fourth. He was the leader before the whole wave of pit stops even started. And at the moment, I mean, after Fazer and PY, he's lost a position to Waney, but Waney went in very early for a set of soft tyres, and it's debatable whether or not Waney's tyres will last. He's doing 30s, though, ladies and gents. He's doing the times. He's not being affected by the tyre wear so far. Rossi as well, 31.9 from him. Hodgie closing in on those soft tyres. And he's hoping that Rossi's going to cause... No, Rossi just doesn't even try to fight Hodgie, and that's put Declan's probably like, cheers, mate. You could... Oh, that's because Rossi was coming in, ladies and gents. So Rossi's decided those tyres aren't going to make it. He pulled over. Someone's pulling over down the straight, or they're just trying to stay out of the tow. Declan then moves up to second with the Hodgie in third. This is the fight of ages, ladies and gentlemen, but Hodgie's on the soft tyre. Declan on the hard tyre. It's going to be hard to fight him off. Meanwhile, the aim should be to catch up Waney, who is killing his tyres softly. Niggle is in fourth ahead of the Poke, and Slowpoke and Niggle have had an absolute contest this race so far. Muhammad Ali some 5 seconds behind him on a set of soft tyres now, and he could close in on that battle. Muhammad Ali, that'll be his aim, to try and close in on the battle ahead of him with Slowpoke and the Niggle, and he's just too far behind. Well, Hodgie's only 4 seconds behind that battle, and now Hodgie has caught up the deck, and he's through easily. And I don't think Declan put up much of a fight there, and what would be the point? He's on the hard tyres. He's got to hope that Hodgie kills his tyres, but with only 8 minutes left of racing, just over, he's not going to destroy those tyres. Look at Wayne, he's been on them for nearly 20 laps. Well, not that long. But what is Wayne going to do? He's got 14 seconds, but a pit stop, I'm sure, is 30 seconds. So he's going to lose. Where are we? 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 and a half, 19 and a half, 19 and a half. Oh, 22. He's going to be down. Oh, what's all that smoke? Where is all that smoke from? I think that's someone getting out of the way, ladies and gents. It's Hawkeye's picked it, and that's Firepower getting out of the way of the crowd, as it looks like Sid the Sloth he looked like he was going slow, but he must not be. So Wayne, the Hurricane, coming through, ladies and gentlemen. And Hodgie then ahead. He's going to be chasing the Wayne, but 14 seconds. Yeah, I suppose Wayne could just coast it, couldn't he, for about 7 minutes and try not to use his tyres too much. He's not got enough time to pit. It'll put him too far down the field. Doing a 30-second pit stop at this point, he's going to lose too much. So Wayne, the Mad Dio Double G, is he's having to just look after that car and try and protect his tyres. Hodgie is absolutely slinging Jaguar at the moment. His F-Type, he is giving it some, because he wants to catch up the Wayne Mad Dio Double G. Declan then in third. Looks like he's happy with a podium after that first race. I imagine he would take it. But he's got Niggle and Slowpoke on those hard tyres, coming in hard. Wayne does make a pit stop. I called it wrong. He is going to pit, ladies and gentlemen, giving the lead to Hodgie. This is like... Who's last to pit? No, he pitted early. Nathaniel's saying he's last to pit. He's not. He pitted really early in the race. I remember it. I saw it with my eyes. He went from hards to softs on like lap 3 or 4. So Wayne then into the pits. Hodgie is 4 seconds ahead of Declan, 2.5 seconds ahead of the Niggle, who has a Slowpoke all up in his rear derriere. Phaser has come out of the pits ahead of the Brownie. Muhammad Ali was chasing them down. Oh, I missed their pit stop. Sorry, yeah, Phaser and Brownie, who pitted recently, came out ahead of Muhammad Ali, and he will be absolutely fuming. He'll be like, oh, gee, why are they ahead of me? P. White, oh, it might not be Brownie, it might have just been Phaser. Brownie, I don't know where Brownie's come from. And P. White there, it was P. White and Phaser that stayed out, wasn't it? So P. White's come out behind Muhammad Ali. Phaser is ahead of him. And somewhere Brownie's got it shuffled into the mix. I'm not sure how or when. I've lost the track of that. 9th then for Wayne, the Mad Dio Double G. Jeez, 17 seconds off the lead on a fresh set of tyres and only 5 minutes to go. Whoa, man, he's blowing me away. Either that's really bad strategy or he's got something special up his sleeve. We will have to wait and see. Kian in 10th on the hard tyres, ahead of Rossi in 11th on the soft tyre. Rossi, like Wayne, had to do a double pit stop in this race. Sid the Sloth in 12th on the softs, with Firepower on those hards trekking on, and Hawkeye has pulled it over, ladies and gents. It is a tough track. Once you're in the lap zone and you've got to keep lifting for the lapped cars, you can't get a lap timing. You just can't, because as soon as you start feeling you get into a rhythm, you've got to lift and let cars through again. So sometimes it is just better to park it if rather than get in the way. So Hodgie at the moment 3.5 seconds ahead of the deck, and the deck is just ahead of the Niggle. And Phaser has got past Slowpoke, ladies and gentlemen. Phaser on a push with those soft tyres, and he's got himself past the slow-mo. He's on a slow-mo. It's a slow-mo. Slowpoke. Muhammad Ali is back ahead. No, Phaser's on a push, isn't he? He's ahead of Brownie. Sorry, Brownie. Brownie's picked up a penalty as well in that battle, but Muhammad Ali pushing on. Championship leader, remember, seems to find himself consistently getting good points in these races, but 6th place might not be enough for him today, sir. so he is pushing a little harder. Brownie on half a second penalty sitting behind him, and P. White will be all about that. Owani the Mad Dio Double G is going to try and pull off a spectacle for us, because he's had to double pit this race, and the Laguna Seca ripping his tyres to shreds. And he's got a lot of ground to make up, but he's getting fastest laps as we go. Rossi also having to double pit in this race, ahead of Kian on fresher tyres. Kian on those hard tyres, he's Sid the Sloth again, having to lift. This is what I'm saying, you can't. And then he's going to have to lift again when he gets to the next corner, because he's got another bunch of them coming through. It really messes up your rhythm. And Firepower there in 13th. So the Hodgie on the soft tyres, 3.5 second lead on the Declan. Now, Declan seemed to let the Hodgie through quite easily, and we were thinking maybe he's hoping that Hodgie's tyres go away and that Declan can come back stronger later in the race. But now, Fazer is a real concern. He's got himself past the Niggle as well. Niggleback is struggling on the hard tyres against Fazer. And where's P. White? P. White should be there with him. P. White's gone onto the soft tyre as well. But P. White not making up the ground like our Fazer is. Fazer's absolutely flaming, ladies and gentlemen. Fazer on fire. Oh, my Fazer's on fire. Come on, Fazer, give it some big welly. Shake your thang. Oh, look, he's got a really cool decal on the back of his car as well. So Hodgie then leads this race. He's looking for the win. We've got 2 minutes away from checkered flag, and it's looking very certain for Hodgie at the moment. Soft tyres are looking good, and they're all on hards behind. Fazer is going to be fighting tooth and nail come this final lap. And he's going to, well, is it a final lap? They're going to cross the line. It's going to be tight. Yeah, final lap. It's definitely the last lap. It might not be for Hodgie. Hodgie might get across the line to do a lap of honour, as they say. But Fazer at the moment we're watching as he closes in, and Declan, we saw Declan lose out big time from an easy win, it has to be said, from race 1. But it's because he didn't have his livery on, you see. Now he's got his livery on. It's all good as Fazer then closes in on the hard runner. Oh, whack-a-day. Oh, whack-a-doodle. OMG. No, no, no. It's all gone. Pete Tong. Oh, my gosh. So Fazer there on the soft tyre, feeling confident. And he felt like he could throw it up a space, which I guess Fazer feels Declan feels he was always turning into. He was turning into it. I've got to say, I might have to agree. I don't know. I'm not proportioning any kind of blame, but I don't think it's either of their faults. I think they were both just in a corner, and Hodgie then grooving on with Niggleback back up into second, and Slowpoke in a podium. Brownie up to 4th. Waney in 5th. He's got past Muhammad Ali and P. White somewhere along the way. Declan, oh, not a good set of races for Declan. He had the pace. Fazer looking like he had a second place in this race. Unbelievable. Hodgie, is he slowing down for the line? He's slowing down, ladies and gentlemen. He doesn't want to do that overlap. No, he is. He's got to do it. He's got to. Oh, no, he has crossed. Sorry. Niggle gets second, and Slowpoke rounds out that podium. Waney just ahead of Brownie in 4th, 5th. Muhammad Ali in 6th. P. White 7th. Declan coming home in 8th, and something getting kicked in his house. Fazer in 9th. I think Fazer just put his nose in there, hoping for a... but Declan was already turning in Fazer, I'm afraid. Rossi in 10th. No, that's Sid the Sloth, sorry, in 11th. 12th. Rossi in 10th. Kian coming home in 11th. We've already Firepower. Hawkeye's in the pits, and Kian crosses the line for 11th. Yeah, it's a toughie. It's a toughie, ladies and gentlemen. Where are we? I don't know if we'll get to see it again. Declan. I don't know if it'll let me. I'm not watching it to proportion blame. I just think Declan was already turning in when Fazer made them. Oh, he's out on the grass though. Yeah, oh, that's tough. That is tough. I am so pleased. It's days like this that I am so pleased I'm not a steward. That, I could not call it. I can't call that. I don't think it's anyone's fault. I think it's just a racing incident. I just think it's unfortunate. So, Hodgie with a win. Superb. I toast you, my sir. I toast you. And in the chat then, there's nothing. No one said anything. It's quiet. It's all quiet on the Western Front, sir. And what a race. What a race. They're going to keep going around because Hawkeye's in the pits. But that's fine. I'm here for it. I'm happy to watch them drive around. In fact, I might go in Graham's car because it'll look cool. Oh, I don't know. 6. And then H. Here we go. We'll sit with Graham as they poodle around. In the chat then, Vodka Rob. Wow, that was a sticky ending, wasn't it? That was a sticky ending, Vodka. Enjoy your kebab, my friend. He says cheers thingy. So enjoy your kebab, bro. Hope it is filthy. Hope it is the stuff that brings on heart attacks. Now, not that I want you to have a heart attack, but the heart attack food is always the best. And hang around. So G in 4th with Brownie in 5th, Grahamad Ali in 6th, P. White finished in 7th, Declan, oh no, poor Declan, finishing in 8th with Phaser in 9th, poor Phaser as well, it's just it's just a shame. Rossi in 10th, Kian in 11th, Sid the Sloth in 12th, Firepower in 13th, and Hawkeye in 14th. Sid the Sloth, you've done well there, man, you've done well. I just want to show you some recognition. It was a good race. And Vodka Rob saying just a bit, yeah. And Vodka Rob with lots of eyebrow emojis. Okay then, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know where we are next week, and that's the fun of it. It's always a surprise. Oh, bloody no. I'm not going to scroll up. It'll take me, oh, for God's sakes. Professionalism does my head in, you know. I wish I wasn't so professional. That's what I say to interviewees when I go for an interview. And they say, what is your worst quality? I say, I'm too professional. Just too professional. Can't let it go. The room's ended. They've all got going and getting on with their lives. And here I am, being professional and telling you that the next race, it was worth it, ladies and gentlemen. The Group 3's at St. Croix, Route B. So join us next Wednesday, ladies and gentlemen, at the TRC network for another exciting round of the F-Type series. Thank you for joining me, everyone. You are awesome. Tiru, peace and love. Peace and love.